Hello and welcome to Business Talk, brought to you by the Northern Cincinnati Chamber of Commerce. I'm Britt Scearce with West Banco. I am your host, and today here in studio we have Aaron Hayes with us. He is a police officer with the Sharonville Police Department, and he is here to talk to us a little bit about the Shop with a Cop program.
Yes, sir.
Aaron, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. So tell me, what is the Shop with a Cop program?
Basically, this is an event or a program that takes place in early December, just before Christmas, where it allows police officers to partner up with the community and go out and pick up financially disadvantaged children that live in our community and take them out and just have a fun-filled day with them and treat them to breakfast and ultimately end up at a local store where we do our shopping and we provide them with money to go out and buy gifts for themselves or their family, and just a really fun experience for everybody involved.
Yeah, that's a wonderful day for everybody. And we don't realize how many kids there are in our community that really don't have a Christmas like what maybe we had growing up.
Yes, absolutely.
And I've heard some of the officers in the past say that a lot of these kids, they spend most of the money on their family. It's not just them going and buying all kinds of toys for themselves. It's
so amazing, the selflessness in these kids. Most of these kids, you tell them you can spend all this money on whoever you want, whatever appropriate gifts you want to buy, and so many of them choose to spend the majority of the money on their little brother, their little sister, their grandparent. It's amazing. It's heartwarming. It really is.
Yeah. So how do they select the children that get to participate in the program?
Yeah. So all the kids are students in the Princeton School District.
Okay.
So the teachers there who have daily contact with these kids, and they get to know the kids on a much deeper relationship.
Yeah. They're with them every day.
Every day. Yeah. They see what kind of environment they're coming from, how they're dressed when they come to school. Yeah. The whole 9 yards. The teachers actually select the kids to participate in this.
Okay.
So the teachers nominate them, and then they send the names and the contact information to us at the police department, where we then get the logistics rolling on making sure they can go with us.
Yeah. I think the other really cool thing about this too is that just stepping back for a moment and talking about just the overall society right now over the past several years, and the view of police officers.
Yes.
and just all the stuff that's gone on. I don't know. I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
You know very well, but all the stuff that we see on the news and everything, and just the lack of respect for police officers, and just I think just for kids, to be able to have positive experiences with police officers, to understand that police officers are good guys.
Right on. Exactly.
That they are your friend.
Sure.
They're not someone to fear. They're not someone, they're not people to be afraid of,
That's right.
And everything. So that's one of the really cool things I love about this, is because, and I think a lot of those kids, when they're hanging out with you, are like, oh my gosh, these guys are really good. These guys are great. I don't need to, be all kind of, fearful whenever I'm close to one, or if I'm going to ever get pulled over by a police officer. They're not out here to do you harm.
That's right.
And so I think building those kinds of relationships and changing stereotypes and things like that, I think that's huge with this also.
Oh, and those relationships are what we all here at the Sharonville Police Department, from the department to the individual officers, that's what we strive for. We want solid relationships with our community members, our businesses, the people that work here, the kids that play here. We want those relationships, and they mean so much to us. So.
Yeah, and this is a perfect program for them to see. Perfect. Yeah, these people are really not.
Yeah.
Look what they're what they're doing here. So that's wonderful. What happens again? Kind of go through again in the morning. You pick up the kids, and then what all goes on the day of the event?
Yeah, so we picking them up, and we are in uniformed police officers, and we take police cars, or actual police cruisers, and we show up at their house.
So they get to ride in a cruiser.
So they get to ride in the police car. And it's funny to go back to what you said before about the kids, they start off shy, and they're kind of, apprehensive about it. And by the end of the day, they're smiling and laughing, and they're all over us. And we love it.
Yeah.
It's great. But we go and
Can I hit the lights?
and it happens.
And you let them.
And we let them. And we let them, yeah. So we go pick them up, and we get to their house, and we provide them with, based on all the donations we receive, we're able to provide them with this, but bags of food and easy-to-prepare meals and hygiene products, everything, and we try to load them up. Mm-hmm. So it's not only for the kid, it's for their family,
Whole
too.
family, yeah.
So that's one of the things we do when we first pick them up is we give the family, we introduce ourselves, meet the family members, and drop the bags off for them.
Yeah.
And then we take the kids in the police car and off we go. And we go to a local restaurant here that's been generous enough for years to provide an awesome breakfast for the kids. So the kids get to eat. And while they're eating, they're spending the one-on-one time with a police officer, which is building those relationships, which is it's an awesome byproduct of what this is for. Yeah. This is about the kids.
Yeah.
But the good byproduct is the relationships that we build out of it. So while we're at the restaurant eating breakfast, it's a lot of one-on-one time and just you and your kids or your few kids that you have assigned to you, and everybody's just mingling and talking and having a great time. And the kids are provided with a T-shirt, a Shop with a Cop T-shirt that they're wearing in there, and it's just a good time. And then from there, we go to a local store where we provide them with money, and they each get a determined amount of money based on the amount of donations that we receive. Yeah. And that's where we tell them, you have this amount of money to go spend.
For yourself or your family.
Yes. Yeah. And off we go. And they're also provided with, while shopping there, we ensure that they get a brand new winter coat, brand new pair of shoes, hats, gloves. We try to give them the necessities too. Yeah. And then after the shopping experience is done, we're off to our convention center where we have a big party room set up, and there's games and crafts and prizes and arts and crafts they can do, and a wrapping station where they can wrap some of the gifts that they just bought. And
oh my gosh, they have to be, by the end of the day, just worn out with just like awesome, sensory overload.
It's awesome though. It really is.
Yeah,
and then not to mention they get a big pizza party out of it too. So once again, we're there spending time interacting with the kids, and they're interacting with us. And just a fun-filled day, and then we take them back home. Yeah.
Well, and I when they see you in the community in the future, I mean, they have a connection with you at that point.
That is our hope.
And hopefully they, I just hope it does a lot, to help with just healing a lot of those hurts in society, where people would just, because I think 99.9% of everybody, we all get along great. It's just that there's just that little small percent that just, for whatever reason, there are challenges. Yes. Now, how about the how is this event funded? Do you accept donations?
We do. This event is funded solely on donations from community members and business owners, and that is where we get all of our funding for this. Okay. And without those generous donations from our community members and business owners and anybody that wants to donate, that their heart's calling them to donate, without that, this event wouldn't happen. And everything we've talked about before this wouldn't be possible. We'd have to find another way to try to build relationships with the kids. And and one of the sad things about it is, without the program, unfortunately, some of these kids just wouldn't have the holiday and the Christmas that we're accustomed to having. Yeah. And that's sad, but it's true. Mm-hmm. It really is. So, can they? Where do people make donations? So cash donations are always welcome. Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. We appreciate that. So generally, people will issue checks. And if you decide to issue a check, just make it payable to the Sharonville Police Association. Okay. And then in the memo line on the check, you can just write "Shop with a Cop." Okay. And any amount helps, truly does. And any amount and every amount is used specifically for this. Yeah. And you can mail
all the money goes to the cause. It's absolutely. There's not a lot of administrative cost and all that sort of thing. So it's going to the kids.
It's going to the kids. Yeah. It is going to the kids, 100%. You get the check. If you decide to issue a check, you can mail it to the Sharonville Police Department. That's 3639 East Kemper Road, Sharonville, Ohio 45241. If you choose not to mail it, which these days I don't blame you for not wanting to stick your checks in the mailbox. I get that. Please call me. Call the Sharonville Police Department at 513-563-1147. Any of our officers will be more than willing to come and pick it up, meet you, come to your house. It's no problem to do that. Call me personally at the police department. I will make arrangements to come get it myself. Okay. And any of the businesses that donate, we put their names on the back of the T-shirts that we give to the kids so they wear. So there's a little bit of advertisement there. Yeah. Plus, I'm going to also try to do a little extra for anybody that donates, community members, businesses, and put stuff on our Facebook page about it and encourage people to go to these places and spend some money there, because these people are donating to a good cause, and it's so meaningful to us.
Yeah,
Truly
yeah,
is.
it makes a huge difference in these kids' lives. Can you donate online?
Not yet.
Okay.
That is an issue. That is a topic that we're discussing, and I'm trying to find a way to do
Get
that.
like a QR code.
Yeah, that's been talked about. So we're trying to get that done. But for right now, we're still doing it kind of the old school way.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it works.
It works. It's been working for a while, and we'll try to catch up.
Well, eventually after, obviously online and, being able to, everybody wants to do stuff with their phone these days.
So
It's
easy.
like just, a little
So
QR
easy.
code and make it happen. But yeah, so, and I'm sure you have a lot of businesses that donate every year, so they're just used to the routine. And
It's so appreciated. I can't say it enough, and I can't express the gratitude from all the police officers at Sharonville for this, for the people that donate, the businesses that donate. I will not do it justice. I can't. Yeah. But sincerely thank everybody that does. It means a lot to us.
Well, I've been around the chamber for, the last 15 years or so, and I've heard about the program every year and always hear the officers talk about it and how what a big difference it makes in the kids' lives.
Yes.
Do you accept, like, other than money, like type donations, like if you wanted to buy coats or if you wanted to buy shoes or things like that?
Yes, absolutely, we do. Thank you for asking that. Once we get to the convention center and have the big party, we spend a lot of, or not a lot, but we spend the donation money also on not just the gifts and the food and personal hygiene items and all that, but wrapping paper, art and crafts material, you name it. So if anybody's out there is willing to donate wrapping paper, arts and crafty type stuff, anything would help, and we would use it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's greatly appreciated.
And how about volunteers? Other than, obviously the police officers do all the heavy lifting that day as far as like taking the kids and everything, but do you need other volunteers to kind of help make the event happen?
We have it in the past, and I don't know if this sounds good to say, but it's an event designed for one-on-one time with the police officers and the children of the community.
Yeah,
so,
that makes sense.
Yeah, we want to as many police officers as we can get, and our officers here at Sharonville love it. Every time this event comes around, they're chomping at the bit. Can I work it? Can I work it? Do I have to work that day? That we get plenty of help from our police officers here, and it's great.
That's awesome.
It truly is.
Well, one more time, what's the address where they can mail, where folks, if they want to donate, where can they mail the checks to?
The Sharonville Police Department, and the address is 3639 East Kemper Road, Sharonville, Ohio, 45241.
Okay. And the phone number one more time?
513-563-1147.
Fantastic. This is a wonderful program. I'm so happy you guys do this. Our guest has been Aaron Hayes. He's a Sharonville police officer, and he is heading up the Shop with a Cop program this year. And we just thank you so much for all you do, not only with this program, but just serving our community and all the things that you do, to keep us safe.
Well, so, on behalf of all of us, we thank you for saying that.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thanks a lot. And until next time, we will see you right back here the next time on Business Talk, here brought to you by the Sharonville, the Northern Cincinnati Chamber of Commerce. We'll see you.